In 2014, Flint made the switch to the Flint River for its drinking water.
Then in 2015, Karen Weaver, elected mayor of the city, tasked with helping the people of Flint recover from the water crisis.
This morning, we have been hearing from some of the key figures in the crisis, and we're going to send it right back to Flint this morning.
Yeah, because TV5's Lauren Piesco is joined live by former mayor Karen Weaver. Lauren, good morning.
I'm just looking at you and talking.
Yes. Good morning. Well, we have a very special guest joining us this morning, former Flint Mayor Karen Weaver. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Here we are.
We are 10 years since the start of the Flint water crisis, and for many people, it never ended. Many are still dealing with the impacts from lead-contaminated water. Many homes are still without clean drinking water. As we reflect back on the start of the crisis 10 years later, what are some things you want to say to those families who are still struggling right now?
You know what, we've been talking about this, and families are still struggling, and that's one of the problems. That's one of the issues that we are still dealing with and should not be dealing with, because people should have access to clean water. It's been 10 years, and for pipes not to be completed, for in-home plumbing fixtures, appliances not to be addressed. People are struggling. They're struggling physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and that's what's going on, and this is something that should have been dealt with.
Well, dealing with the Flint water crisis was one of the biggest issues during your term as mayor. Looking back, what were some of the major breakthroughs for you when it came to planning out that recovery process?
You know, one was saying there would be a recovery process because we didn't want to stay in crisis mode forever, even though we are still in crisis. But it was important to start getting new pipes in. We needed to see new pipes. We needed to try to begin to trust the water, getting resources into the residents, things that we deserved as a result of what happened. And so that was the focus. It was, how do we get access to the resources that people deserve, and how do we get them the information, the supports, the knowledge that they need to get through what we're still dealing with today, the Flint water crisis.
Who were some of the key figures and organizations that helped you during that time?
Wow, there were so many organizations that stepped up because I'd have to say the U.S. Conference of Mayors, African American Mayors Association, the Flint, the state, the Flint State and National NAACP, the Urban League. Philanthropy stepped up in a big way. Philanthropy really came in. They started helping us build capacity. So, regular people came. They sent bottles of water. So people were coming from all over. And you know, it was interesting because some things came and we didn't even know where they came from because so many people, you know, connected with Flint and wanted to be part of helping Flint. I'm still meeting people now that have said, we sent water to you all, we sent toiletry items to you all, and still thanking people for what they did and what they continue to do.
Well, thank you for those messages of hope. I'm sure a lot of people need to hear that right now. We're running out of time, but Mrs. Weaver, thank you so much for being here. And to hear from more local leaders in Flint this morning, we'll have more stories on our website at WNEM.com, and make sure to download our TV5 mobile app as well. Live in Flint, Lauren Piesco for TV5, sending it back to the studio.